Good morning, everyone. My name is Stacy Holton, and I am the brand ambassador for Kenra Professional here in Houston. Welcome, everyone, to Influential Designs class. I hope everyone's super excited to learn some awesome color placements and styling techniques today. So first, I want to invite everyone to follow me on social media. I would love to see what you guys are up to, especially any techniques that you'll utilize from the class today that you've learned. I'd love to see that. And also make sure that you're following Kenra Professional on all the social media outlets. There's so much good information that they post. Videos, tutorials, formulas, everything you can think of. There's also a great forum on Facebook too for additional questions that you might have at any time. So I'd like to start out the day by learning everyone's name, first of all, because there's so many new faces out there, as well as I would like each of you to tell me one thing that you're excited to learn about today or what you hope is your biggest takeaway from the class today. Let's go ahead and get started. Awesome. Okay, well, I sure hope that everyone can leave here today confident and with all the tools they need to color fearlessly and color beautifully. And please, if you have any questions whatsoever throughout the class, please stop me and ask. That's what I'm here for. And like I said, I want to make sure everyone leaves here today with the knowledge that they need to utilize the elements of design and the things that we're going to learn today. All right, well, before we get started, I want to go over our agenda. That way we all know exactly what we're going over today. These are all the portions of our class. First, we're going to go over hashtag create education, which is our Kenra family hashtag, our design inspirations, the elements of design, our application elements, our 5 easy steps to formulation, which if any of you have taken any Kenra color classes before, you're very familiar with this. Also our color demo on our live model, as well as our style demo, and then we'll go ahead and close out the class. And then I can answer any additional questions that you guys may have. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's talk about hashtag create education. Our create team is dedicated to salon professionals to give you the tools and the education and the techniques to apply everything that you've learned and everything that you know. We just really like to make sure that we give you a simple, straightforward way to understand color and styling. We take pride in our relationships with stylists. I love being part of the hashtag create team, and I would love for you to be an extended part of that team. So anytime you post anything on social media where you've used any Kenra color styling products, anything at all Kenra, please include hashtag create just as it reads here. Kenra also reposts a lot of things as well, so this is a great way to possibly get your picture or in style with color, whatever, reposted by Kenra Professional. So that's awesome, right guys? Because everybody sees that. I mean, that's the greatest thing, is to have a professional line repost your work. So exciting. All right, so let's go ahead and move along. Like I said, today is our Influential Designs class. What is Influential Designs? Influential Designs was created to give you guys super trendy, modern color applications and trendy foil placements and styles that will change every season. We always make sure that they are customized, totally customizable for any client, and are easy for you to recreate and customize back at your salon. So please keep in mind how customizable these styles and color applications are. We always pair with social media influencers to create these color applications and styles to make sure that we are on trend with what is happening out there today. This Influential Designs class, we have teamed up with David Lopez for our style and our totally customizable color technique. Do any of you guys follow David Lopez or know who he is, or Rockabilly Ruby? Awesome. Well, if you guys don't already follow them, I definitely recommend it. They're always posting really exciting things, super talented, great information, and inspiration. Okay, so before we get started on our model, if you guys have taken a Kendra Color class before, then you're familiar with our elements of design. Our elements of design is Kendra's formula for our straightforward and easy application. Does anyone know what our foundation color is? Foundation color is going to make up 75% of our overall look. This is our base color. It's going to be your root color, your shadow root, if you will. Next is our anchor color. Our anchor color is our supportive color to our foundation. It's always going to be within 1 to 2 levels of our foundation color, and we'll complement it. Now, you don't necessarily always have to have an anchor color, but you always will have a foundation and an accent. Now, moving on to our accent color. Our accent color is going to be used to bring out and highlight certain areas of the hair. So this typically is going to be a highlight or a low light, and this creates contrast within the hair. So does anyone have any questions on any of our 3 elements of design? All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and move along. Next is our application elements. Within our application elements, we have our weave. Everyone knows the weave. The weave is going to give us the most light diffusion. It's going to be the softest way to foil, the softest look, the softest way to diffuse that color. Next is our slice. This is going to create the most contrast within our foil or within our head of hair. Okay, it's going to be the most bold. Our skip slice is fun because it incorporates that boldness of the slice with a slight bit of diffusion down the center. The micro skip is my favorite application element to use. It's utilized a lot in all of our color application techniques with Kendra, and I utilize it on almost all of my color applications because it's so versatile. So the micro skip is going to consist of a baby light or a small weave, and then a skip and a slice. And this is, it doesn't have to go in this direction. We can flip-flop that depending on where we want the most diffusion and the most contrast in the hair. So if we want the most contrast towards the top of the head, then we would start with our foil, sorry. We can start our foil with our slice towards the top and then weave down towards the bottom. And we can do that on both sides. That's going to bring us the most contrast towards the top and the most diffusion on the interior. Now, if we want to keep the top super diffused and have more light towards the interior, then we would flip it. We would do the slice on the inside and then finish out with our weave towards the top. And they can also flip-flop, go back and forth, do the slice at the top, then the next one, do the weave at the top to give you more even distribution throughout the hair. Super versatile, customizable for any client. All right, so our 5 easy steps to formulation. Any of you guys that have taken Kendra classes before, whether it be Influential Designs or Discovering Kendra Color, we've gone over our 5 easy steps to formulation. So let's go ahead and review for those of you who have not learned this before. This is Kendra's formula to formulating for any hair color application. Makes it super simple, takes out the guesswork. First, you're going to determine their natural level, which is always best to look for at the crown of the head, back here, which is usually the darkest part of the hair. That's where you're going to get the best judge of their natural level. Go ahead and use your natural swatch page from your swatch book and match them up with that. Next is going to be your desired level and tone. Now this is key to your consultation. Determining their desired level and tone. Ask the client for pictures. Talk about what they want to see, what they don't want to see. Make sure you know everything that they want and don't want, because everyone's perceptions are different. And if you don't have a full, thorough consultation about things and make sure that you are both on the same page, someone's going to end up unhappy, and we don't want that. And we don't want them to have that either. And we don't want to be unhappy with our work. Pictures are your best friend when determining what the client wants. My perception of what's warm and cool might be completely different than their perception, and this is something that you always want to clear up and get out on the table. Is this what you want? What color does this look like to you? Always pictures. Love, love, love pictures. Key to any great client consultation. All right, so moving along, once we determine these two factors, then we can determine what volume of developer we're going to use. Also, if necessary, their percentage of gray. Sometimes that doesn't factor in, because that's going to determine the amount of N that we add to our formula if applicable. And then also, if we're lifting more than 2 levels, we always want to take into account the underlying pigment. Does it need to be neutralized, or can we use it to enhance our final result? So now that we've gone through these, we can go ahead and formulate for our model. All right, so now that we've formulated for our model, let's talk about the contour color placement, which is what we're all here to learn about today. Well, part of it anyways. So the contour color placement was created by our own Kenra's own Cassie Siskovic. She is awesome, super talented, super inspiring. You guys can follow her at Cassie Liz Hair on Instagram. If you don't, please do. She's amazing. She created the contour color placement to go along with the trends that are out right now. So think about makeup. Right now, contouring makeup is really, really big. Okay, and what do we contour our face for? To bring out certain features of our face. So why not contour our hair color to bring out certain features of our hair and complement our face with our hair? Our hair frames our face, and we want to complement it as best as we can. So we want to highlight the parts that we want to bring out and tone down the parts that we don't want to, or contour. So I'm going to go ahead and go over our foil placement on my mannequin here. And then we'll go ahead and get started on our model. So everybody has their cards at their seats, and you can go ahead, and it has the diagrams of our contour partings on it. Our little diagram here on our cards. So everybody can follow along with me. This is what I'm going to be doing on our mannequin as well as our model. So we're going to start out by determining where the center top of our client's head is, because that's typically where we want that contour to begin. Okay, so I like to lay my comb flat on their head. Where my comb's even, that's the highest point of the head, so right here. So this is where I'm going to bring that front triangle back to. We also want to determine where our client parts their hair. If they go both ways and they flip-flop, then just go down the center. If they always part to one side, then let's make our triangle center around that part line. So for my mannequin here, she clearly wants to part straight down the middle and nowhere else. So her part line is going to be the center of my triangle. So I'm going to go from the edge of the eyebrow, the arch of the eyebrow, back to that highest point of the head that we found a minute ago, because that's where our triangle point, like in the diagram, is going to be. So let's go ahead and it's hard to do without a mirror in front of me. There we go. All right, so This is going to be our first section right here, this nice triangle, just like we see on the diagram. So we're going to go ahead and clip this right up out of the way. Always hang my clips right here, and for some reason I always still feel the need to look for them. Okay, so now that we have that clipped away, our next section, as you can see on your diagram there, is going to come off of this end of our triangle right here. And we're going to come straight back from that point down at a slight diagonal, down, 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 all the way to the nape of the neck. Okay? And then I like to go ahead and just clip that out of the way for now. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Start at that corner, follow it down, 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 all the way to the nape of the neck. Okay, now we have this whole section right here, which in your diagram is this right here, okay? We're going to go ahead and clip that up. And we'll let this down. Okay, and as you can see, now we have both of those side sections down. And I did leave a little bit of hair down across the back section here because we do want that to connect, and it just looks better when they have that down. If they wear their hair up, they'll have that nice even lightness back there. All right, and then you'll look here on the top of her head. You can see, like in the diagram, we've got our front triangle, and then we've got our angled pieces here, okay? So the first section we're gonna start on with color. Well, actually, sorry, I take that back. First, we are going to apply our foundation color. So keeping my sections intact, I'm going to go ahead and go through and apply that foundation color all over her head. Then we're going to start on this section back here. So now that we've applied our foundation color, we can either leave the length of her hair if we're not doing anything super bold. If we're going for more of a natural look, this can all be left as it is. Or, like most clients, we're going to want to enhance that. Or you can color it however you want to go within 1 to 2 levels of your foundation color and use that to enhance the foundation color. Because this whole section up here is part of our contouring, and this is going to stay all predominantly one color, like a veil over the lightness. Because we want the lightness right around the face to really bring out their facial features and just brighten that face up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and apply our first accent color through the length, and we're going to feather that right into that foundation color, okay? And we're going to start at our bottom and work our way up to our triangle. Okay, and once we've got that whole section saturated, go ahead and clip that right out of the way. That section's done. And look at that. Look at how much of the hair is in that section. So the foiling portion is such a small section, such small sections that makes this really quick and easy for you and for your client. Time is money, right? So next we're going to start on our side sections. Okay, this is where we're going to start our foil placement. So if you want to, I like to do this because most people do have the little baby hairs, or, you know, the hairlines are so temperamental and they're all shaped differently. I always like to do a really tiny baby weave in this thinnest little section that I can manage just around this hairline, just to keep it really soft right around there, right around their face. That way if they pull their hair back, you don't see where the lines start and stop, okay? So we're going to do this little teeny tiny baby light through here around the face, and we're gonna go ahead and let that fall. And then we're gonna start on our sectioning. So this is gonna go super fast. What we're gonna do is take diagonal back subsections, starting right in front of the ear. We're gonna take our first section like this. Okay, we're gonna bring down the bottom of that section, and then we're gonna clip this up away, okay? Out of our way. I'm gonna take this, and this is where our micro skip is gonna come in. We're doing our tiny little microweave, our skip, and then our slice. Okay, we're gonna foil that out with our first accent color, or a highlight or a low light, depending on your outcome. This is where this gets to be so versatile. If you want a lot of bright blonde, your client wants a lot of bright blonde, foil this out with some lightener, because what we're gonna do is drop this section that we pulled up and then hand paint this, and we're gonna get a bunch of blonde surface coverage. Or if we're just going for a soft, subtle highlight around the face, foil this, leave this alone. We have our little foundation color there, and we're just gonna let this hang. Or paint your accent color that you used on your length up here through those ends. But whatever you do, always blend and feather right into that foundation color if there's a foundation color being used. In this case, we are going to go ahead and paint this with our second accent color, and I'm going to blend that right into her foundation color. Okay, so now we have our first foil and our first section done. Let's get that out of the way. So we're going to continue with these diagonal back subsections. Okay, and you can make them pretty big. You see I'm taking pretty big sections. It's going to make this go by so fast, but you still get a lot of coverage. So we're going to repeat the same thing. Our micro skip through here with our slice. Now, I'm doing all of my slices to the interior, but you can alternate them. You can have them all around the exterior. Again, depending on how you customize this look for your client. Okay, and we're gonna work our way back down to our nape. Okay, then we're gonna turn her around, and we are going to start on her opposite side using the exact same pattern. We're gonna do our thin little baby light right around her face to soften that up. Then we're gonna use our diagonal back parting to make our subsection. We're going to foil, slice, weave, foil, drop that, hand paint that, and then work our way back to the nape once again. Super fast and easy, right? So then what we're left with is our little triangle up here. Let me get this out of here. Our little triangle section at the top there. So what we're gonna wanna do with our little triangle section at the top here is we're gonna work our way from the back forward. But what I like to do first, actually, we're just gonna work our way from the back forward. So we're gonna take that first section, pull it forward. We're gonna do the same thing. We're going to do our micro weave with our little slice. We're gonna foil that, and we're gonna hand paint what dropped. Boom. We're gonna take another big section. Same thing. We're going to microwave, slice, foil, hand paint. All right, as we work towards the front of the hair, what I like to do, again, like we did on the sides here, is to do that baby light to give that softness to the hairline, but also most of the time, our clients, whether they know it or not, want that bold brightness right around their face. So what we want to do is give them that money piece right there. It's the first thing they see. That's the thing that gets them excited. They're like, wow, I'm super blonde. I have this brightness. They love it, whether they know it or not. So I'm going to do that tiny, teeny little baby light right here around her face. And I'm going to foil that away, okay? Then I'm going to come in and do my micro weave, my bigger weave right through here, okay? Or you could even do a skip slice if you wanted to get even more contrast or more boldness. Again, it depends on your customization for your client, okay? So then we've worked our way all the way to the front, and we have this last foil here, our little baby light, and then our fatter piece right there. And that is our contour color placement. How quick and easy was that, guys? And the finished product is absolutely gorgeous. Really highlights the face and just gives them some nice, fun color. All right, so let's let her process. All right, so now that we have glazed our client here, let's talk about our foundation elements. Foundation elements are going to be the products used to prep and style the hair, okay? So first we have prep. Prep is going to be our shampoos, our conditioners, our leave-ins, our dry shampoos, anything that's going to prepare the hair for styling, okay? Layer adds hold, changes texture. This is going to be our mousses, our gels, our texturizing sprays, anything that's going to change the texture of the hair, add hold, anything like that. Next is going to be finish. Finish is just that. You're finishing the style, whether it be hairspray, dry texture spray, or shine spray. Finish is finishing the style, okay? So for our model here, I've already blow dried her and shampooed her. Now I shampooed her with the Kenra moisturizing shampoo. The reason I used the Kenra moisturizing shampoo was because we just did all this beautiful color on her hair, and I knew that she needed a little extra moisture to add in before styling, okay? And then I chose the Kenra volumizing conditioner. Now, why did I choose a moisturizing shampoo and a volumizing conditioner? Because at Kenra, what we say is shampoo for the hair you have and condition for the hair you want. So we shampooed because her hair needed moisture. Her conditioner, I chose the volumizing because we want a nice bouncy style on her. We want volume. We want just bounce. So that's what I prepped the hair with, okay? Now for styling, what I did is I used the Perfect Blowout 5, and I applied that from roots to ends to give us some nice bounce and smoothness. And then I applied our Daily Defense Oil just on her ends because, again, they were a little bit dry, and we want to make sure that they're nice and soft and smooth for her, okay? So I blew her out and gave her this nice bouncy blowout. Gorgeous. Now she wants to rock this gorgeous blowout all day long, so I'm going to finish her with our classic Kenra Volume Spray 25, our award-winning hairspray. It's our volume spray, so it's going to help to hold this voluminous, bouncy style in place for her all day long, possibly even into tomorrow. We will see. So that concludes our foundation elements. That also concludes our class for the day. Does anyone have any additional questions? All right. Well, I certainly hope that everyone walks away today with the tools and tricks that they need to create this color and style at home. At the salon. And we truly appreciate all of you guys and your creativity, and you inspire us every day. And please don't forget to follow us on social media. We'd love to see what you're up to. And don't forget to #create and be a part of our extended Kenra family. Please let me know if you guys have any additional questions, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Thank you.